Welcome to Drinks with Johnny on a filthy fucking Friday. I'm here today in West Palm Beach, joined via Zoom by my, what are you guys, co-host? Yeah, that's right, your co-host. Sam and Brando, how you guys doing today?
Dude, I'm doing great. I just had to throw these sunglasses on because, goddamn, bro, you're just shining from the Sunshine State down there.
That's right, baby. Yeah, it's looking, your glasses are fucking on point, by the way.
Thanks.
They look good.
Yeah.
Hey, did Lacey think it was weird that you broke into his bar and used his Oculus just on the main room there? I see your background. You're at Johnny's bar while he's
Why
I am.
are
I'm
you-
house sitting. I'm house sitting while
you're
you're
house
away.
sitting while he's in
Yeah.
Florida.
Wait a minute, how did that happen? And by the way, he didn't get to use my Oculus. You think I'd leave that shit at home? That is coming with me every time.
I mean, yeah, you're right. Why
You know,
was
I
that?
wanted
Don't be
I wanted to
silly.
laugh when you posted your anniversary Instagram picture the other day because you put your number one fuck buddy, and I just kept thinking about your Oculus.
Yeah, you know, if Oculus could read, I would feel bad about that because let's be honest, Oculus is my number one fuck buddy.
Well,
but,
Oculus would like to say no, it just can't. For
Which is why it's my number one.
How's Florida? What's weather like there? It's overcast here. in
It's
Huntington.
fucking beautiful here,
looks
man. I've never
nice.
been to West Palm Beach. Do you guys know anything about West Palm Beach?
Dude. Isn't Hulk Hogan's place right around there? The Hulk
Is it?
Hogan shop.
Isn't that where Jeffrey Epstein's place was?
Yeah.
Oh,
Jeffrey Epstein's a little
nice.
bit closer to it. Mar-a-Lago is the Donald Trump's golf course is like right here, or a golf club, or like his house, like a bunch of shit. I had no idea. We drove to dinner last night after we got in, and there's like, $100 million houses all up and down here. Like it's its own little island of really rich people. Apparently, I've never been here in my life. This is like, I don't know why. We've been on the other side and blah blah blah. But yeah, it's a fucking trip, but it's beautiful. I went out to the ocean last night with a few of the guys and just hung out there and stared at the sky. Went in the water a little bit. It was awesome, man.
Is it
Good
warm?
place. Oh yeah, it's like fucking 90-degree water.
Oh,
felt
it's like
like-
tropical. That's rad.
Yeah. It was really cool. So that's what my background is today.
Very good.
That ocean that I'm gonna go down again. My tour manager is from New York, and is he from Boston? No, I don't remember. Either way, he doesn't like the ocean. He won't go in it. He was looking at it, and like, I'm telling you, there is zero waves. I'm from Huntington Beach. There is like nothing of a waves. He's like, yo, watch out for those waves. I was looking at it, I started cracking up. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? The only thing I'm worried about over there is bull sharks, if
Right.
maybe. But other than that, like the water in Florida oceans is nothing compared to what we got in the Pacific. So I was just like laughing my ass off. And I was like, all right, I'll go swim right now. He's like, don't do it right now, but tomorrow. And I was like, you got to go with me. So I think after this, I'm going to go try and convince him to go for a swim with me.
Well, when he drowns, it'll be on you because he warned you.
Yeah, because the current's so crazy.
I never heard of someone being scared of waves. Like especially just walking into the water. Sharks.
I think a lot
definitely.
of people are, but you live in Huntington Beach. We're used to it. I think a lot of people who don't see. Could you imagine not seeing the ocean for like years upon your life? I can't imagine that.
Yeah, there's plenty of people in the in the
Most
middle of the
people
country
do.
who never do.
That's
Yeah.
most people do. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
I don't
just-
like the
this is
beach.
My perspective.
I love looking at it. I'll sit and have a drink, but I hate
What
the
the fuck is
sand.
wrong with you?
That's why I have my wife. She's off in the summer with the kids, and they go do their thing while I'm at work. And
That's
I
why
go-
you have your wife. That's the only reason why you have your wife.
And my number one fuck buddy. That's about it.
I love, by the way, this is a funny thing, Lacey. So I put that post out for our anniversary, and it's a quote from What We Do in the Shadows, like
Oh,
whatever.
that's right.
And a few people got it, most didn't. And my favorite though were the comments when I because Lacey looked at it and she was like, my favorite part is the comments when people are saying happy birthday because they don't know. And I was like, oh, that's funny. I was like, why do they think that? And she let me know. She's like, well, a lot of them probably don't speak English, so they don't understand the translation. They just see a picture and say happy birthday. Very interesting. It was kind of interesting to me though, because I was like, oh yeah, that makes perfect sense. But yeah, a lot of non-English speaking people follow Johnny Christ Official on Instagram apparently.
Well, speaking
Well,
of
happy
Instagram
birthday.
and your wife, she slipped into my DMs this morning. What'd you say, Brandon?
I said,
Whoa,
well, happy
whoa, whoa,
birthday.
wait. A lot
Yeah.
just happened right there.
Yeah,
A lot
God,
just happened
we need
right
to go
there.
back.
Sam's
What'd you
talking
just say,
shit about
Sam?
slipping into my wife's DMs.
No, your wife sent me a direct message of a dad joke, and I'm like, God, Johnny is rubbing off on her. It says the
I am
H.
rubbing off on her.
Always back to that. Always with us. Yeah. It says the H in Jesus H Christ stands for hoobastank because Jesus died for a reason, and the reason is you. Do you remember that song?
That is so wow. That made it funnier. Actually, you saying, "Do you remember that song?" Made it funnier. Of course, I remember.
Oh, yeah.
It's good. That's just such a bad joke.
I
My wife
liked it.
sucks.
I thought that was a good one.
Thanks.
It's all right.
Good job, Lacey.
Why are we
Oh,
giving
man.
fucking flowers to Lacey? That was yesterday. All
It's
right?
her birthday. Fuck, man.
Oh, Sam left.
Sam's just gone. He said, "Fuck it."
No, Sam's got a very important business phone call to make right now.
Yeah, he looks all fancy and dressed up. I think I
Yeah.
see we're both in our work attire, which is nice.
I do have to work later. I'm here in West Palm Beach. We have a rehearsal tonight because it's been 5 weeks since we played a show. So we're gonna do a quick little rehearsal tonight. Make sure that we still know what we're doing out here, and then show tomorrow on Saturday. So last night at the restaurant, one of the owners, waitresses, whatever, was like, her and her.
It's a big
brother are
difference,
big
an
fans.
owner or a waitress.
All right. Well, she came up. She looked like the waitress, and then like when I used the restroom later, she told me it was her place. So I think she's the owner, and she was just walking around. Here's the thing: her and her brother apparently were like big fans since like City of Evil days, right? And says that that she went to a show here many years ago. And I was like, I don't remember ever playing West Palm Beach. I don't think I've ever played West Palm Beach before. She probably drove, obviously, to like Fort Lauderdale or something like that, because I know we played Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah.
Anyways, I also didn't know there's bridges to get to West Palm Beach, obviously, because it's its own little island out here. And just on the other side, it's like super ghetto, apparently. But like if you're in West Palm Beach, again, there's like $100 million houses and shit. Like they're like, it's like the Manhattan of Florida, but like 200 years ago, because it's still like kind of unknown. It's not like Manhattan where everyone just you know are upon it. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's a trip, man.
Wow, it's riveting.
Yeah, riveting. I'm glad that you used my own word against me in today's episode that I texted to everyone. What did Sam say? He was going to go to a concert?
Yeah, he was gonna.
I asked, by the way, all the listeners, I'm texting with Brando and Sam when I wake up this morning before we do this this little chat. And I said, what are we going to talk about? And Sam says, I'm going to a concert next weekend. Maybe we could talk about that. And I said, riveting, obviously.
It is riveting.
It's not. It's simply not riveting.
Walk
Next
away
weekend I'm going to a concert. Woohoo,
Hey,
you
I
get
am
out of the
too,
house?
actually.
Are you gonna?
Well,
are
I'm
you
going
gonna,
to
are you
see.
gonna have full
I want to
flavored
talk about it because
Coca-Cola?
they
Are you
gave
gonna
some
have full
free
flavored?
tickets.
Are you? Is your wife gonna let you have full flavored Coca-Cola?
Me?
Yeah. You're
Yeah.
getting out of the house. You're allowed to get out of the house and go to a concert.
Yeah, because my father-in-law is going with me, so I get to go.
Nice. Who are you gonna go see?
I'm gonna see Jack Johnson and the Avett Brothers and Duddy and Rome.
Nice.
I want to make sure I get the festival right because there's a bunch of beach ones, but this one is the best.
Nice. Jack Johnson, love his books. My kid loves Curious George.
Dude, when he did that, that came out around the time my
what?
daughter was little, and
Jack
I
Johnson
love it.
did Curious George now.
He did the whole
is he doing a
soundtrack
remake
of the movie.
Wait, did he really?
Curious George is
Yeah.
a movie?
Yeah, they had a
The
cartoon.
author of the book Curious George is named Jack Johnson.
What?
I'm like 99% sure.
So what Sam just went off and said is probably completely untrue.
No, it's
There is no Curious George movie, and Jack Johnson did not do the music for it.
yes.
Brandon was making a joke, and Sam just fucking bit right into it.
No, I reduce, reuse, recycle. My kids used to listen to that song all the time from that movie.
There really is a Curious George movie. Will Ferrell's in it.
Fuck you.
I'm fucking curious
But
now,
did
man.
Jack Johnson make the music? It's probably Jack Johnson, the author, that made the music, not the musician.
He's
that you're
dead.
about to
That's
see.
from like 19. He was doing ethan or what was it? Remember that Curious George where he sniffs
Dude, no one knows what you're talking about. No one
What?
watches Curious George.
yeah, there was one where
he sniffed some fucking cocaine. What are you talking about here?
Oh god, this is a tangent. See this,
Okay.
you want to schedule some shit to talk about? You know this is what we're gonna do.
He's
No,
right.
I
You
prefer
can't see
this.
it, but Jack Johnson did the fucking music for the movie.
Wow.
Yeah. So let me go back and see if I'm actually right about Jack Johnson being the
Oh, I would
author,
love it
because
if
Oh,
you
yeah.
were wrong.
Whoa, this would be a fucking first for the show if Sam was actually right about something and the rest of us were wrong.
Okay.
All right, Curious
The
George.
Beach Life Ranch Festival in Redondo Beach is where I'll be. So if you guys see me, come say hi.
No one's gonna see
And
you.
come dance with
no-
my father-in-law. He loves it. But we made a deal that we were on the way
come
to
dance with my father-in-law.
Yeah. He's a dancer, man.
How-
I love
how
going
high-
with him.
Are you gonna?
I
are
would
you
take him
gonna
to
fucking get him
Avenged
high?
and he would literally dance the whole time. Like not mosh. Like I'm sure he would just dance. It would be awesome.
That's fantastic. Are you gonna get him high?
You know what's funny? His well, I got a funny story about that. So his wife does not like it, but he retired and he said when he retires he's gonna start getting high. So he does occasionally. He's more of a drinker. But his wife, what was it? Rewind. His brother and him went golfing. And his brother is a huge pot guy. So he makes these cookies. So he put the cookie in the golf bag and left it when he went back home to Colorado. So my father-in-law takes those cookies and he puts them in the refrigerator somewhere in the back or whatever, and doesn't tell his wife, Jill. Jill randomly is just like, oh, cookies in the fridge, and eats 2 of them. Not one. She's never gotten high in her life.
Whoa! And
then-
she had 2 full cookies.
2 full cookies. You're supposed to take like a quarter. She's like, fuck, what is going on? When it starts hitting her, she drives herself to the ER. Like, they go, there's nothing wrong with you. I think you're high. And she goes, no, I'm not high. Blah, blah, blah. And somehow she went to a second, like she didn't trust the first person. So she went to a second like ER, and they drug test her and they're like, you're high for marijuana. And then by then my father-in-law was there and he goes, oh, did you eat those cookies? And she's like, what cookies? Yes, I hate cookies. And so unfortunately, she didn't have a good experience or idea of it before, and then she has that, so she still is not a big fan. Pot. But I always hear those stories, but not in real life.
I want to get high with your mother-in-law now.
Right.
That's all I want to do. That's all I want to do is get high with your mother-in-law.
Yes.
I think it'd be awesome. I could show her that it's not so bad. You know,
Well, that's it.
It's a
She's
wonderful thing.
just the poor thing is she overdosed on it, so it's no one's gonna have a
Yeah,
fun
you
time.
had 2 fucking full cookies. Your first time ever.
Never being
and-
high, not knowing what the hell is going on.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine that. Like you dosed yourself. Like
Yeah.
that sucks.
Yeah. So he Ari Shafir'd her, I guess. That's
Yeah. Yeah. When are we able to release that episode, by the way, Sam?
October. Yes. Little spoiler alert or teaser. We had a fantastic long conversation with Ari Shafir. It was awesome. So look forward to that in the coming weeks. Also a great one. Brandon, you missed a great one yesterday.
Yeah, this is why you
Oh,
need
yeah.
to figure out how you move your ass back to California.
Yeah, we
for
need
one
you here,
second there
man.
Yesterday.
I'm
2
here
days
now.
ago.
What are you talking about? I'm at Johnny's house.
Your timing is horrible.
You
Just
missed
one
it by
day late.
One day.
God
Missed it
damn
by
it.
One day. No, we had Taron Killam come over to the house from Saturday Night Live, The Heat, Single Parents. He's got his new movie out right now on Netflix, which is a remake or a reimagination of River Wild, old movie with Meryl Streep and Kevin Bacon. Great movie from the 90s. He called it, what do you call it, Sam? A family thriller? The
Yeah.
original?
Brandon, have you
which
ever heard of
which
that?
is a great
No.
categorize or genre or whatever you call it, label for what that is. We talked about that and like in the how in the 90s this was like a thing. Like there was a lot of family thrillers, so like the parents could still be in, but and they involved families and stuff. So I don't know. It was he explained it, and I was like, "Yeah, you're absolutely right. That's exactly what's going on. What was going on."
After leaving that, I thought a little further in the conversation. I didn't want to interrupt, but I don't know if that's necessarily true in hindsight when you think about it. Because if you rewatch a lot of things that were PG or PG-13 when we were kids, would not be PG or PG-13. For example, Airplane. Airplane shows tits in it. That was PG back in the day.
No,
so I don't know if they didn't have PG-13, but that would be a
the
hard R if
original
you're showing
Airplane.
tits.
What? But the original Airplane you're talking about was in the 70s.
Well, you're really old, so I figured you were from
when you were a kid.
That's not you're going off of different decades. I'm talking about the mid-90s.
Either
you're talking about
how
the
many movies-
mid-90s.
Oh, dude, the amount of
mid-90s.
sex stuff in the 90s. We watch movies with our kids. And I'm
absolutely,
like, holy fuck.
but you jumped all the way back to the 70s, which I'm sure in the 70s it was way worse. It gets better all the time, but like obviously we're talking about the 90s. You said I thought about it a little bit more, and it's not that. And then you just referenced a movie that came out in like 79.
Oh God, all you do is bash me.
Everyone loves to be correct.
Man,
anyways, but Taron was great. He talked about directing Arnold Schwarzenegger. So many great SNL stories. Oh man, it's definitely worth listening. So Brandon, hopefully you can edit another in person in time for next week.
No, John doesn't.
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll be great.
What are you talking about? Yeah, he's got to fix my imperfections. But yeah, I'm gonna edit it and send it off, and then he's gonna go. This is our new flow. Everyone, by the way, this is backstage, behind the scenes stuff. I am now versed enough to do edit some editing, and then I send it off to Brandon to make it look a lot prettier. That's basically what we do.
The first one that you would have saw was the Alexis on Fire episode. Johnny did that.
Yeah, I edited that one.
You did a good job. Was that your second video you've ever edited? Because I know what the first one was, and I know how long it took you.
Oh God, that was
what was
awful.
The first one?
It was like kids football team or something.
Oh,
soccer.
Right.
Soccer. It was football. That was football.
Yeah. To the rest of the world, it's football. So it was so bad. It was so funny. So I thought, I got all this equipment to do the podcast and stuff, and Frankie was 4. It was his first sports ever, right? And I was like, oh, dude, I'm gonna film I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna be that dad. And I would bring the tripod, like the nice camera, everything, and I fucking film everything. I was like, at the end of it, I'm gonna make like a cool clip up, and send it off to all the parents. And I did. The clip up was not that cool because I did it. I was watching the game, not really so many reasons why. Like, I learned a lot from that. But so I'm looking at all of it, and I go back and I ask Brandon a few things. He shows me how to use Final Cut, which is what we use. And I'm as I'm editing, I'm like, this is a fucking pain in the ass. And I'm calling Brandon. He's like, yeah, it sucks, doesn't it? Because it's such busy work. It's such busy work. You're just like watching through shit, and you're like, oh, I gotta find something that's like halfway decent. I thought I was gonna make like a 20-minute video, and it ended up being an hour. So I just put it on YouTube and sent the link to like the other parents, like a private link so that they could watch it. And a few of them wrote back, thank you. Frankie watched it for 5 minutes and was like, eh. I was like, fuck you, dude.
It was longer than 5 minutes?
I told you it's like close to an hour.
Jesus Christ.
It was the entire season.
I would love to see if anyone watched that entire thing.
No, there's
after all that work.
I'm the only one. I'm the only one that watched the entire thing. I should put it up. What if we put it up on? No, I can't do that.
No, don't do that. That's weird.
Hey, I'm in West Palm Beach. It's rubbing off on me.
God damn.
Speaking of soccer, you watched the new Welcome to Wrexham yet?
I haven't.
It
just started right before I left. Yeah, I love that show.
It's so good.
I love that show. So I will be watching it. You know what show I started though? Me and the wife started. I only got one episode, and then she watched the second episode without me, fucking bitch. And now I got to get caught up. Invasion on Apple.
Yeah, I keep seeing it. Is it good?
Fantastic. I only watched one episode and I'm in. Like I'm gonna
Okay.
watch more. Like it's a really good. So far it looks like a really good alien movie or show. I think what's really smart, and Chris Jericho said this about years ago about The Walking Dead. It's a drama with the zombies, right? For The Walking Dead, he said like you're more paying attention to the characters. The zombies are more of like an extracurricular activity in the show. I feel like that's exactly what the approach that they're doing in Invasion, where the aliens are like secondary. It's more about like what you would do if an invasion was happening slowly or whatever, and you're kind of like, all your electric goes out, everything goes out because they're controlling everything, and then you're just like little pocket insects trying to survive while an invasion is happening. It's kind of it's a cool concept. I really like it.
Apple's killing it with their shows.
Dude,
Yeah, that's like a
absolutely
sleeper
just
platform, dude. Because
Yeah.
I always forget about it.
I agree.
That's
You're right.
unless you have, and maybe it's old school. A lot of people just have their smart TVs, right? And you might have it on there. I'm old school. I still have an Apple TV in like every room. You know what I mean? So it's the first thing that pops up. You know what I mean? Like for the listeners at home that are under the age of 30, probably they like there used to be a thing called Apple TV. There was this little box that you had to have in front of your TV from the internet to get all those streaming apps. It doesn't just come with all of them on your TV, you fucks.
Do you remember the OG black box that you would have to get like cable channels?
Oh,
Like
Scrambler.
channel 99 was always like, yeah, the scrambler, yeah. Yeah.
Dude, I remember. So interesting enough, Sam, we were talking to Taryn a couple days ago about this. We were talking about streaming platforms, and because obviously he's an actor, and we talked about the current strike going on, and it has to do with the technologies and blah 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 blah. Listen to the episode coming out on Tuesday. You'll probably find it there. But when he was talking about Netflix, it made me remember they're the OGs of all these streaming platforms, right?
Yeah.
Like they used to send you a DVD
Yeah.
in the mail. I subscribed to it, and you could have it for as long as you wanted, whatever. I mean, I had it, and I still went to the Blockbuster next to my house. Like that's like that was. I'd go to Blockbuster because I knew I had to return that one, but I could sit on a show like Dexter, DVDs coming to my house to watch Dexter, and then Netflix was the first streaming app on my Samsung DVD player. It showed up, and I was able to actually start streaming. It was a pain in the ass. It was not as easy as it is today, but it was the first one that I saw. It was like, I can stream an entire season of Dexter right here. This is amazing. And then like flash forward, everything's streaming now. DVDs don't exist. Like it's crazy. I don't know. I don't remember why I was going off on that tangent. I just like wanted to be an old man sitting by the beach and do that.
Yeah, no, you definitely did that. But Netflix is how I like. I remember I used to send back blank CDRs instead of the DVDs, and I would just keep the DVDs.
You do what?
Wow,
Oh, really?
you are such a piece of shit.
And they wouldn't catch you?
No,
of course not. No.
So-
What kind of quality assurance do you think they had going on for that?
No, it was,
there's
and it's
dude.
growing so fast too. So,
Yeah.
exactly. There's no fucking way.
Well, there
you're
was
such
two.
a piece. Wait. We're not grazing over how much of a piece of shit Brandon is. Because every time we talk about this stuff when he was a kid, it's like him and Shanye doing like the worst shit to get like. Oh, okay, well, I digress. I'll take that back. It's not the worst shit ever, but it's just
Right.
like little rat fuck shit.
Yeah.
Oh no, there's plenty off camera. There's some really bad shit that goes down.
Yeah, I was doing this for the audience, Sam.
But that's why we love him. Like honestly, whenever I see something weird, I'm like, oh, this is definitely a Brandon thing. Let me send this to him. I love it. That's why we love having.
No, I
him around,
appreciate
Brandon.
him. Yeah.
Just
Just like
open our eyes.
Yeah.
Our DM, you know what's funny is I send you guys. I always hit send separately, but I send you guys the same things in our DMs.
I do the same thing.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
I just don't think I know how to because I'm not. It always says send separately, but I'm like, well, how do I not send separately? That's all it
don't know.
asks.
That's what it is. That's what it is for me too.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right.
Like, I don't see another option. Let's do it separately.
Fuck, man. Well, have you
Can we-
guys seen the new viral thing this week with the fucking
yes.
Mexican
Talk about it.
alien?
What is
Mexican
okay?
alien.
You know, of course I haven't seen this. I'm fucking
What?
100
It's
years old.
everywhere.
God damn it!
You
I'm
really
100
haven't?
years
Oh,
old.
dude, I'm gonna.
Oh.
Is your phone next
Google
to you?
it.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
send it right now.
It'll
Yeah,
pop
send
up.
it to
Just
me,
put
send it to
Mexican
me, send it to
alien.
me.
Yeah, seriously.
Well, I don't know if that would.
So you guys said this
I don't
in
know.
the text, and I had a feeling it was a real thing, but like the only
Oh, out of
the only
context?
out of context, I was like, dude, I don't know what this is, but I'm sure it's a thing. Just but like, send it to me real quick. I have Mexican alien. That's what's
Dude,
going
yeah,
on now.
just go on like anywhere, dude. It's gonna be the top thing.
If you tell me to go anywhere, I'm going to type www.anywhere.com.
Drinkswithjohnny.com.
Go on X and just type in Mexican alien and look at like the top stories or latest stories.
Just send me the fucking link, man.
I don't know how.
Wow,
God,
you're our fucking technology guy.
I'm literally gonna go to my Google search and put Mexican alien.
Hey, if you're listening to this right
There
now,
it is. Just put
do
Mexican
not
alien
put
on your phone.
Mexican alien in,
And it comes
wait
up.
till you stop. What's up?
Just do Mexican alien and it pops right up.
Okay. Oh, I see it now. What is this? What do you think about Mexican?
Oh, they're small.
aliens?
So I admit I didn't read it. So are they saying that these are like carvings, or are these supposed to be like petrified corpses?
It's a
They're
fucking
mummified.
prank. It's a prank on the fucking human race, is what it is.
They're mummified. Mommy.
If you are looking at this and you believe for one fucking second that that's real, the joke's on you.
Didn't they say that the guy who just testified backs it too?
Oh, I'm sure, dude. Like this is internet 101, dude. Like, come on. What a fucking
You don't think
joke.
look at that thing, John. You don't think that's real?
So they weren't anal probing. They were going up anuses because they're so small. Is that what the deal is? Jeez.
That's how we're gonna figure it out, by the way, guys. Like there's aliens that have been around us forever, and that's the leak right there. You figured it out. That's it. Like that they did this whole time they had a way of like being smarter and fucking 10 steps ahead of us. We figured it out with these fucking little caricatures. Yep, that's it. The aliens exist. I'm in.
What would get you to believe? Because in today with AI and all this stuff, I feel like it's so hard to decipher what's real and what's not.
I already believe, by the way. Full. Like, I'm not saying I don't believe. I'm saying I believe so wholeheartedly. They've already been here. They've already they're not showing up as a caricature. Like, to your point, the AI, everything that's happening, that's moving forward, is probably coming from them. It's their technology. They're helping us move along so they could finally have a new friend, in my opinion. Because we're obviously further behind. If they can come to our planet, we're further behind on the evolutionary track. So, and they're more advanced. So they would try to implement ways maybe to advance us to their level, or they just see us as like fish as we look at fish in the sea or animals in the sea, which we're learning more about when they actually are incredibly intelligent. But we just take them out of their element and they're like, what the fuck? Like that's probably like how it would be. Like if you think of an abduction, quote unquote, like if that's even how they would operate, which I highly doubt. But if you think about it, like take a shark out of the water and watch what happens. It doesn't know what the fuck is going on. And it's gonna go, that's exactly how it would be. They would be so much more advanced than us that you take it out. Anyways, I go off that whole tangent to basically say there's no fucking way that those Mexican aliens are fucking real. And anyone who's watching that and going like, oh, they figured it out is ridiculous. Just ridiculous.
I was thinking, I've always thought, let's put it in perspective of if our spaceship's like going to the moon, right? say there was like some
You have to
micro.
blow up a fucking rocket to do that, by the way. That's how primitive it is. If you have someone who is traveling through space and time with a fucking blown up rocket, like that's if
Yeah, but why
aliens
are they
exist,
so
but
much more advanced to us, like instantaneously than us? So like,
they've
hear me out. Hear me.
obviously haven't blown. They've obviously their planet hasn't blown up and had. I mean, wherever they are from their planet as a regeneration, they're been around a little bit longer. That's it. Like that's it.
But
Because
why?
here's the thing: even if human beings, here's what I believe. Even if human beings were to stay around long enough, it would be a slower process than if we were to die off and then have a new resurgence of a new life form from Earth that could figure that out. Or we use AI, and AI is going to get us there faster.
So my thought where I was going with that is if an alien spaceship comes into our atmosphere and it doesn't speak a language we know, it can't communicate, we're going to blow that fucking thing out of the sky. If someone from another country comes, it doesn't comply, we blow it up. So I don't understand how we would not find and just, I wonder how many have just been blown the fuck out of the sky and we don't even know. You know what I mean?
Over the years, probably a few. However, I do think that once again, their technology is so much further beyond ours. They probably saw like one or two go down, and they're like, "Yeah, we're not going to do that anymore. We're going to camouflage ourselves." When we're
But their
fucking in the
brains are
sky."
so small. You saw them. They're tiny.
Yep, those are the aliens. Those, and hey, by the way, I'm not dismissing the fact that they could be small. I'm just looking at that picture, and that is fucking ridiculous that anyone would like believe.
Well, those are
that
supposed
that's
to
the
be
thing.
ancient ones, Johnny. Those are 1,000 years old. They were found in a
Oh.
mine shaft.
They're also Mexican. So the German ones are probably a lot bigger.
That's where they were hiding the whole time. God damn it, they figured it out. No one's going down the mine shafts.
Can you just imagine though, like that's what they presented to the Mexican government? Like, what kind of things can we just walk into Congress and present to them? Like,
Right?
we should do something
I
absurd.
actually really hope that it came from aliens. They like made that caricature. They're like, let's see if we can fuck with them and see if they'll believe this.
Distraction.
And they're just having a fucking hoot. I would love that. I would love that.
Man.
Do you believe it, Brandon?
No, I don't believe those are real. I believe they're actually cake. If you take a knife and cut into it, it's cake.
Which is another great show on Netflix. Is
So
it
good.
cake?
I love that show.
My son loves that. My wife and son love that show. It's fucking.
It's hard. It's hard to tell sometimes.
Sometimes
It is really hard. Sometimes.
Yeah,
But
sometimes.
I like that. The host. What's his name again? He was on SNL.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. No one knows his name, so they just said, "Yeah."
We know who you're talking about, but yeah, that guy. Let's get him on the show.
Yeah.
And we just hold up
use
things.
This clip out. Let's use this clip out. Email it to him.
Yep.
I would like to have you on the show.
Hey, guy, whatever your name is.
The whole episode, I just want to hold up different things. Like, is it cake? And then we just cut into it.
He was
Oh,
actually one of my. It's so bad that I don't remember his name because he has some characters.
Well, let me
that
look it
I
up
thought
because we all do.
I thought
like
he was
him.
really funny. I know. I thought he was really
funny.
But it's so okay. In all fairness to us, I will give it to us here. Everyone does this in every conversation. No one remembers everyone's name. I mean, there's too much to remember.
Mikey Day, which is similar to
Mikey
Mikey
Day.
Way. Interesting.
Yeah, that's interesting. Not really. But
It's like Charlie Day too.
he had, you know what I liked? Speaking of West Palm Beach and Donald Trump, his character on Weekend Update was always one of the Trump siblings, sons.
Oh, that's right.
And yeah, and he would play. I can't remember which one, and then like the other guy would play the quote unquote dumber one, and he would always be trying to rein him in. And it was
He was Junior, and the other one's Eric.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're right. Yeah, it's a good skit. Anyways, riveting.
I saw Franz is running for president. John, do you want to run for president?
Not against Seth Rollins. I
didn't say Seth Rollins. Didn't say Seth Rollins.
Who's Franz?
From Attila, their lead singer. He announced that he's running for president.
I didn't even.
Dude, well, let's do that. It'd be great for the podcast. Really.
It really would actually.
It would. We
That-
should
that's
And we
such a-
bring
that's
people
such
on
a-
to give you hot topics to debate, and you just go on tangents that have nothing to do with answering the question.
Oh
That'd
yeah,
be
I would
great.
totally would. I would do it. No problem.
All we got to
What
do is
party-
register a form. Like
Yeah.
you don't really have to run. Like
Hey, no, I'm not. Fuck no, I'm not. No, there's no way. But yeah, for publicity.
Let's do
Well,
it.
Brandon,
for the show,
Brandon
I
can
would
do it.
totally do it.
Let's get you signed up. I'm not old enough. You have to be 35. So
Who are you kidding? Who
I'm-
are you kidding?
I'm not 35. But we're gonna sign you up, John, and your party affiliation is just gonna be the party.
oh, I like
it.
it.
I like it. I'd be the party. I'd be
Yeah.
the party bringing it to Washington. Let's go.
Let's do it. Let's get you viral. And I hope somehow you get elected president.
I would clean up this fucking country.
Would you?
Would you want? I would
No.
never want to be president. That sounds like the
Fuck no.
shittiest job.
It's a terrible
terrible.
job. Terrible job. Look what happened to Obama, dude. That guy aged like 50 years. in
Well, all of
full.
them do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking gnarly. Imagine. Okay. Excuse me. We all have kids. How fucking young did we feel before we had kids? Like, I mean, your kid's a little older because you're old as fuck, Sam. But like, Brandon, you and I
Yeah.
could vibe on this. We have one child.
Yeah.
And they're only 3 and 6. And when before that wasn't that long ago. We felt young and virile,
yeah.
not viral.
Now I just
Viral's
feel
the thing.
viral. Yeah.
Yeah, now I just fucking feel like a fucking old piece. How much hair have I lost? How much gray has come in those short 6 years? It's insane,
Dude, yeah. I'm starting to look like season 3 Johnny Christ here, like turning gray.
Whoa, is that a guy? That's good.
There's the clip
I
out.
like that. That's a meme right there. Season 3 Johnny Christ is a meme for sure.
Oh, I love
God,
it.
that guy had a lot of fucking gray hair. I don't know how he fixed it, but he had a lot of gray hair.
Oh man.
What season are we in now?
Well, Brandon, I saw you went away from putting the how many episodes, and then you started putting it back. Like, do we even know anymore what's real?
No, I always put the episode number. I put the episode number on YouTube.
Oh. Someone was asking.
See,
the other
Sam
day.
doesn't actually pay attention.
I don't.
He just likes, his
Honestly, I have no idea how many there are because there was a point in time where we weren't counting the Thursdays as like actual episodes.
Well, that's what. Yeah.
So I have no idea. There's probably about 200.
Yeah, that's what. When people ask, I say over 200. I don't really know.
Yeah, it's somewhere around there.
people actually
Officially, I don't know.
Did you guys watch the MTV Music Awards?
Fuck
I
no.
did not actually. Oh, I'm glad you brought that up, dude, because I have I had a gripe.
Oh, let's hear it.
Oh, let's
saw a
hear it.
commercial.
Wait. So wait a second. First of all,
Yeah.
I said fuck no, kind of a little dismissive of the people that gave me a Moon Man, so I apologize. MTV is cool for that. MTV Music Awards. I don't know why it's still on MTV. It should be on MTV Classic, which is a different channel where they actually show music videos. I'm sure it was on there actually. It's probably on all 3 platforms. Did it freeze?
No, we just aren't paying attention to you.
That was awesome.
The way you guys looked, I was like, anyways, Music Awards. Very cool. I did not watch. I was flying and celebrating my anniversary, so I did not see them. Please, someone tell me how good they were.
Well, I went on Paramount because it said VMA Awards, and then I ended up watching the entire pre-show, and I didn't ever got to watch the actual show. And I definitely felt old watching everything.
Wait. You came from the teaser, and you didn't watch you didn't actually get the fuck.
Yeah, exactly. But the reason I wanted to watch is the warning. You guys know about the warning? The 3 girls from Mexico. They're
a little bit, because this is funny. A little another behind the scenes thing here. We all shared the Drinks with Johnny account on Instagram, and apparently Sam's the one, I just figured out as he's talking, that started following the warning. And I've seen a couple of their things when I signed into our Drinks with Johnny IG.
Yeah, it was really cool. We had a recent say a name of a band or something, and someone put the warning, and we tagged them, and they started following us, and we followed them, connected, and they said they're down for the show. So that's coming down the road. And they're
I'm
like
gonna have
three
to do some more
sisters. They're
research.
awesome.
I'm gonna have to do some more research before that happens.
Yeah, I think you dig what they're doing. They're doing something a little different with rock, and it's kind of like I think it'd be up your guys' alley. You should check it out.
I definitely need to check it out because right now I'm realizing I should probably have some kind of comment about it, and I don't because I literally just saw on Instagram that we follow them. I've never heard an ounce of music yet, but if Sam says it's good, I'm definitely going to check it out for sure. And I hope it is good because if it's bad, I'm going to come back on here next week and tell Sam he was wrong.
Well, there you go.
All right, I got to dig into this because I have a gripe with the
Oh yeah,
MTV.
Go back to
Oh
your
yeah,
gripe.
yeah. Let's go. Old
10
man
more
gripe.
minutes. Let's
Old man
go.
gripe.
Yeah, I guess I am gonna sound like an old man, I guess. But before we even started this conversation, you thanked them for what? What did you thank them for, Johnny? Giving you what?
A moon man.
A moon man. It's not called that anymore.
Oh what?
It's a moon person.
Well, they didn't say that on the show. The guy's like, "Oh, I love this to give the moon man to somebody." I heard that.
All right? Then good, because I was listening.
I just wish it's not okay. Real quick,
Yeah.
I agree with your gripe.
Yeah.
I believe we'll probably be on the same page here on this. It's not necessarily. I know, old man gripe usually ends up being like, I like things the way they used to be, and I don't like things the way they are today, George Carlin style. I don't mean that. I honestly just wish that they came up with a better term then. If you're gonna change the term, you went from moon man to moon person. That doesn't roll off the tongue. Figure out something else to call it. Like, don't.
What the
like,
fuck's wrong with
why
it
are you
being a
being
man?
lazy? Why are you
If it
being
was-
lazy with?
If it was
Why
always
you
a
being
man
lazy?
in the moon suit, like what's wrong with it just staying?
Well,
a
wasn't
man?
it from the original
Well,
MTV,
they got a lot.
which
They
is
got
the
a lot of
first
women.
walk
They
on the
got a
moon?
lot of women, by the way, and they should have plenty of women in NASA. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I all equal, but so I understand why they would say like we need to change that because we don't always want Sam's a daddy what do you call it, girl dad, and I'm sure you could speak to it too. You want that for your children, you absolutely, but man, person just doesn't roll off the tongue. That's just that's lazy.
Bad marketing.
Come up,
Like
come up
couldn't
with
have
something
somebody
better.
more creative.
Yeah.
Well, I feel as a girl dad, I am way pro all that stuff. I totally agree with it, but I do feel like changing things just to change things. I get what they're doing. They're trying to show empathy, and I think that's cool of MTV to try to do.
Right.
But I don't know if that
no
was
shade there.
the outlet to do it. I mean, from here forward, I guess it makes sense because it's a new generation. But change the thing, or something, because it's based on the original MTV logo that was the first walk on the moon. You know what I mean? It's literally from something. So that's the only thing that I'm kind of like, oh, that's weird because it's literally a man. That statue is of a man, a real person.
Right.
So I don't know.
Yeah, that's.
But
I have no. Yeah. No, I'm with
ahead,
you
Brandon.
guys on the same page. It's just like I don't know.
No, you're gonna go beat
Doing
your
it-
wife
doing
after
it's-
this and tell her to shut up and get in the kitchen. We get it.
That's why he moved to
Why
Pennsylvania.
I oughta
He
know.
couldn't get away with it in California anymore.
No, it's the changing things for the sake of changing it that I was just like,
Right,
why?
right.
Like, why? It's not like it
It
was,
did-
it wasn't
Like,
a moon.
well,
Yeah, I
you
don't
know, here's the thing though, that there, Brandon, is I agree with you, changing things for the sake. It seems like it's for the sake to us because we've had it the same way. But you're talking about a new generation. They don't have that. You know what I mean? Like we're the ones that are attached to that. Not
Well, and
them.
half the
the
artists
we
are.
don't want to give that to them. You know what I mean? There's you guys are both parents. There's probably a lot of people listening at home that are parents. You don't want to give them your baggage. That's like one of the first things you try not to do as a parent. So I feel like I think as a whole, people need to start thinking about we are all parents to the generation before us in a manner of speaking. Obviously not directly, but in a manner of speaking, we're trying to get better every time. So we show them to get better every time, and we want to incorporate them. You know what I mean? Like they're the future. We're gonna be gone, and there's nothing. You know what I mean? Like, so I guess to say it all is, again, I'll reiterate it. It's riveting, I know, but just don't be so lazy with the labeling. Like if you're gonna change shit, I get it, but just be more creative. Moon
would you do?
person is terrible. Terrible.
Yeah, moon person
I don't
sucks.
even know off the top of my head.
Get rid of the gender.
So-
just call it a Mooney or something.
Oh, there
call
you
it-
go.
There you go. Fucking took 2 seconds for Brandon to figure out something like that.
And then add butt cheeks at the end when you turn it around. It can moon
oh,
you.
like when Stern did what was it? What was it?
that?
Buttman? Was it Buttman?
Oh, Fart Man.
Bartman. That was sick.
That was an MTV thing. Too. He blew up.
That was MTV. That was great, and no one liked it. That
Yeah.
was the funniest thing. Like I was dying his again. Generational thing. I was a little kid. My parents were, and I was watching it with my parents. They didn't think it was funny. I thought it was hilarious.
Oh.
And then, like, lo and behold, 2 years later, Howard Stern would be the biggest fucking thing that entertainment has ever seen. It was like fucking awesome. It's just generational shit, man.
Yeah. Well,
And then, in like 2 generations, this will be the biggest podcast anyone's ever listened to.
oh, my wife the
Yeah.
other day was talking about that, by the way. She goes,
Whoa.
"Do you remember when we made a bet with Johnny and I was supposed to get a tattoo if we got to a certain point?"
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't have the tattoo. So we need to get on this.
That was anticlimactic, by the way.
yeah, it was.
Yeah, that was not
Just
that,
like
that was not
our show.
good. That was I might cut that out because that was
Yeah.
just not good.
No
for us.
cuts.
Like,
No cuts here. We're not doing cuts today.
It's Friday. We're doing it.
It's Friday. Yeah. We just let it roll.
But to be fair, the goal was like astronomical.
and
like
by the
Joe
way,
Rogan
I will-
status.
I
And my
will-
wife's like,
I will,
I love
I
you
will
guys. but
Add,
no.
I will add yet to that.
Mm.
What do you
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
we're stopping?
But you put it in like 6 months, and we're like, your goal
Oh,
is
no, but-
unattainable.
By the way, when she said that, I immediately said, okay, whatever. She's just not going to get a tattoo. I remember the conversation now, but
Yeah.
I'm going to put it back to her and be like, okay, I know it wasn't within the time frame that you liked.
Well, this
But
is
we
like
still
first
got
year.
there.
We should reassess and do a new bet now, because now that we know how this trends, we know what we got, and we've done very well, guys. I'm not saying anything bad about ours, but yeah, I think we should re-up that honor.
What are you?
I
Trying
don't
to get
know. Let's
sex?
end this.
Are you
I
trying to
gotta.
get- Are you trying to get sex out of your wife for being on a podcast?
Yeah, I thought that in my head, but I didn't want to say it out loud. I'm like, how can Johnny do something that benefits me
Well, I
behind
was
closed
thinking-
doors?
No, but I was like hook, line, and sinker. I was like, am I supposed to have sex with Karen? Like, what's going on here?
Okay, if we get it, Sam gets it. If not, you got to do it with Johnny. Oh. Oh.
That is a good note to send it off on. Everyone, thank you guys so much for tuning into another ridiculous Friday episode of Drinks with Johnny. If anyone's coming out to West Palm Beach tomorrow to see Avenged Sevenfold, I appreciate you, and I will see you there. Yeah, you guys got any send offs?
Yeah. If anyone wants to have sex with Karen, send an email to sam@drinkswithjohnny.com. We'll take care of it.
We will take care of that.
Oh, I'm gonna get at least one. That's hilarious.
Wow, you sold your wife short on that one, dude. At least one. Yeah, you'll get more than one. Come on.
I'm sending
People
one
are
right
into
now.
now.
Everybody-
Karen sex. It's a thing. Don't ask for my manager. No, I don't. I will not ask for. Sorry. Let's end this.
Is
I'm.
that- is-
I'm.
wait,
I'm
wait,
ruining
wait,
it.
wait, no,
I'm
we
ruining
can't
it.
end it there. No. Is that how you guys get down? Do you have her?
No,
do you
I'm
like
going off the
Karen stuff?
Karen meme. Come on.
I know, but is that how you guys get down? Is that what you're
Well,
attracted
you'll
to?
never
Are
know.
you
Why don't you
do
come
you
over and
tell
watch?
her?
We'll find out. Send an email. You might find out.
That's fucking great. I'm gonna send an email, and I am gonna watch, as you guys all did too. So until next time, as always, cheers.